guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today in the Ask SSM video series, got an email from a subscriber. This is from a guy, he's in his 20s, and he's writing in looking for help from both me as well as you guys about a situation that his older brother is in. You're going to see that recently his older brother's wife one day took the kids and left town. All 3 kids. And as you can imagine, the brother is just melting down. It's a giant mess. And he's looking for help from you guys, and I would definitely like to have some feedback from any lawyers out there, or anybody in law enforcement, to what this guy's options might be. But you're going to see that this gal he married, his wife, wasn't exactly a star wife. They met on Instagram, got married 2 years after that, and she is and was a single MOM. And as it turns out, that both the father, the baby daddies of those kids, were all junkies. Yeah, see what I'm talking about here. And so, big surprise, their marriage has been a lot of turmoil and drama. And so, I'm doing this one, guys, as an example, once again, showing that you don't get involved with the single MOMs. Now, not all are like this. I gotta say this every time. There's always somebody's gonna bitch at me about that. And I know some single MOMs that are not like you hear in these stories. But sadly, a lot are. You must be careful. And as an example of how this type of thing can happen. You come home, there's a note on the table, and she's taking the kids and left. And you guys, for your relationships, guys, gotta know this type of stuff does happen. And hopefully by sharing this story here, that in the comments, any guys in law enforcement or any attorneys out there can offer some good advice. I'm neither. I can offer some advice, but I want pros chiming in. So hopefully we can help this guy help his older brother here. So he says here, "Hello SSM, sir. I've been a huge fan of your channel, well now channels, for these past 2.5 years now. My name is Brandon. I was never in a relationship myself due to work and being fat and ugly, but your videos and others like you have shown me what not to do if I ever did get into one. So I watched to learn what never to do or say just in case. I decided to email you today because I don't know what to do with my older brother." Well, bro, you're a good younger brother for writing in to help him. Hopefully, I, as well as anybody else in the comment section in the community, can offer some assistance. My brother started dating a gal he met in 2017 that he met off Instagram after 2 years of dating. Smack! Married after 2 years, and he met her on Instagram. He married her because she knew she was getting too old to be alone with 2 kids, each from a different man, plus she's 8 years older than he is. Smack! He's marrying a gal 8 years older with 2 kids and more things which I'll reveal in a moment. Please tell me she must have been better at sucking you-know-what than a freaking your average P-star or something, because I don't know what the hell the draw was. And I'm assuming she had to be exceptionally good-looking for her age. I don't know. He says here, women hit on him all the time because he's a Chad type, yet he chose to marry her, all the women out there. Yeah, yeah, go figure. He's 31 going on 32, and she's 39 going to be 40 soon. Her oldest son is 14, and he has no biological father because he was a junkie, and nobody ever even knows where he is or if he's even alive. Her other son lost his father due to an overdose at like age 2 years old. He doesn't even know my brother isn't his real dad. So your sister-in-law, both the baby daddies, the fathers of these kids, were into the substances. Great. Fast forward to 2019, they get an apartment together, get married at a small wedding, and in February 2021, a few days before my birthday, the baby he had with her was born. His own biological son that he has. He looks just like him. Okay, I mean, we're all thinking here, are we sure this is his kid? Okay, he looks like him, but I would want to know anyway. Every now and then, he would tell me about how she would disrespect him because he couldn't afford a house for all 5 of them to live in, and they're in a cramped apartment. How about she get a better job? She's lucky he married her ass, being that she's almost 40 years old, or on her way to being 40, and had 2 kids. She ought to be grateful for that. And they're living in a cramped apartment. Keep in mind, the oldest son lives with his grandparents because there's no room for him in the apartment with everyone else, and he has no friends, and he doesn't even talk to anybody. Okay, so it's 4 people. Within the past week, she tried to make myself, my older brother, and our mom and stepdad think that my brother is up to no good and is on drugs because of his bad past, which he highly regrets and owns up to that he effed up in the past. So your brother also did drugs. Her both baby daddy. Gee, she has a type, do you think? I'm glad your brother got his shit together, and I'm glad he's doing better. Probably got with her and all that to probably find a purpose and to keep himself off the drugs. I don't know, but still, there could have been other reasons, other paths to choose to help keep him clean. He took accountability for his past actions and is trying his best to be a great father to his 2 stepkids and his 2-year-old son. Having these kids in his life has kept him on the straight and narrow for a while and has been good for him to stay away from the bad things that keeping his head on straight. Well, you know what? I mean, I'm glad your brother was accountable for his actions, because a lot of people don't do that nowadays. Hint, hint. And that's great. I just think it was a colossal mistake getting involved with her, given her history, who the baby daddies were. It's not her children's fault that the mom's a freaking idiot, and the guys she chose were low lives, and their lives reflected that. But still, it's not those kids' fault, but it's not the brother's job to be the savior, particularly someone like this. And I feel bad for him, but I feel bad for what I know is going to happen. But on the other hand, he did bring this on himself. They were supposed to sign a lease for a place to stay that her father said that he would let them stay for 3 years because he owns multiple properties and he's loaded. If her father is loaded, then why can't he help her to some extent live in a better situation? Sounds like she was a rich girl growing up, and she probably, to rebel against her wealthy parents, date all these lowlives. But then she kept claiming that my brother is not himself and something is wrong with him. Now she's somewhat keeping his kid and stepkids away from him, and she has it in their heads that he is dangerous and needs to stay away from them. She told my mom on her 60th birthday yesterday that she's leaving him and left him a note. And she took most of the clothes, their tank with the pet gecko in it, and the kids, and took off. So she cleared out the apartment and took off. And all saying, oh, he's back to using again, or he's not acting the same, so he must be. This is all her word against his, given her track record, who she gets involved with, and things like that. My brother has very bad thoughts right now and is super depressed, and I don't live with him. So I have no idea what I can even do for him, especially because I was never married. Never dated a woman, and I'm a 29-year-old virgin, and mostly just hang out with my friends and bros, and I work to put money away for my future self. So I have no experience with women due to always working on myself. Well, given your brother's situation here, I highly doubt you're going to be in any rush anytime soon to date a gal, get in a relationship with a gal, let alone marry a gal. I apologize, it seems like a rushed, jumbled mess, but please read this when you can, because my brother needs some guidance. I have no idea if he would even watch the video or if the story would even be made into a video. Hell, to be honest, he'd probably be pissed off at me for even talking about all this to someone else, but it's because despite his flaws in his past, he's my brother, and I care about him, and I don't want him to have what happens to many other men around the world happen to him. Well, he probably would be a little annoyed that you wrote into some dude on YouTube, but if you show him this, you can assure him that I've been doing this for a while and pretty respected, and I've helped a lot of guys out, and hopefully I can help him out. And you're doing this because you care, and he's your bro, and you love him, and that's good for you. You're risking him being pissed at you to help him out, and that's good. But he's in a tough situation. I can't blame the guy if he was doesn't want to get out of bed and is probably seriously thinking about going back to substance abuse to cope with the pain, but he can't do that. And so he needs you, he needs your family to be by him more than ever. It says, by the way, our mom has been screaming at my sister-in-law, his wife, on the phone, and calling her out by saying all of what she has been doing and how she went about all of this makes it seem like she definitely did this on purpose and was planning all this time to leave him and take the kids. Very likely, she probably found another guy that can give her a bigger apartment or something, who's probably, gee whiz, probably into some illegal lifestyles as well. She knows full well that the best weapon to get at my brother is involving the kids, using the kids against him. That is the oldest trick in the book by wives and ex-wives to hurt their husbands. The one who would take him to work and back home all this time, not her at all. It was me doing this the entire time because she doesn't care about him. I would appreciate any advice you can give about this, SSM, and thank you for taking the time to read this. Oh, and P.S., I was completely honest with my brother and told him at some point last year, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like your wife. And he understandably got upset when I said that to him. But I told him, I'm just being honest with you because you're my brother and I don't sugarcoat anything. Even if I did, I would eat that. Yes, I just made a fat joke about myself. But in all seriousness, I told him I don't like her because of the way she treats him. He did everything he could for this woman to make her happy, and she told him he was useless, she would treat him bad, and so on. Because there's no making her happy. Guys have tried since the beginning of time to make women happy. And the more they try, the more pissed off the women get. Because the guys are trying in spite of her treating them like crap. Meanwhile, the guys that treat women like garbage, the women are chasing after. Isn't that interesting? I'm not saying, guys, you should go around treating people like garbage. But the point is, it's all about respect. Women shit on guys, and they then do more nice things to the girls shitting on them. So, of course, they don't respect him. Meanwhile, when it's the opposite, they chase after the bad boy. Okay, now I'm ending this real. I'm willing to take any advice you have to offer. Hope you have a happy Halloween and keep up the great work. Also, congratulations on moving to the Freedom State of Florida. I got family there, all over there. Hope to leave New York and go to Florida someday. Well, brother, if you want to get out of New York, make it happen. Come down here, check out different parts of Florida that you like. See if any job prospects, if you have a job right now that can transfer or something new you can do, make it happen. It was a lot of work for me, but I made it happen. I have been this happy in a long time. It is October, what the hell did it? October 17th, I think. It's in the 70s. It's beautiful. Palm trees. Go in the pool later today. It'll be a little cold because it's in the 70s now, not 90s. But I'll go in the pool anyway because I'm happy that I worked hard to earn this pool. But anyhow, bro, you want to come down here, definitely do it. But back to the main point. Bro, you need to spend a lot of time with your brother and let him know you're there for him and all that. I think your brother needs to talk to an attorney ASAP immediately and find out his options, good, bad, or ugly, a family law attorney. That's what I think. And find out what he can do. And I also have to wonder about with regards to the police. She just took the kids. And that's that. I mean, and given her background and type of guys that she was with, there's got to be something there. That's all I can really say. I mean, I'm not an attorney. I'm not in law enforcement, so I don't know all the ins and outs of those things. But family law attorney right away. And if he doesn't have the budget for that, he's got to find a way. These are at least his biological child, you know. And if he needs a loan from you or your parents or something to help out, you know, I know money and family, it's a sticky issue, but he could use your help. And then you got to be there with him, checking in on him so he doesn't go back down the dark path, you know, of using drugs and all that. And look, we all make mistakes in life. We all do things when we're younger, particularly when we're teens and kids. You get into drinking and drugs and stuff like that, and you don't think you could think you can handle it, and you become an addict, and it's a big ripple effect. And we're all responsible for our actions here, but it sounded like he really was trying to turn his life around. It's probably why he was with her, so he had a purpose of taking care of those kids and her, and it was with the wrong woman. And I just really don't want to see him go down the path again. So you got to stay with him and help him as much as you can. Check on him constantly and get him out, you know, doing something, anything, you know. Invite him out with your friends, your bros. But if he is by himself all the time, is depressed and feels like it's all hopeless, it is very likely he'll go right back to the substance abuse. And then he'll never get those kids back because she'll be like, see, he's on those drugs. But yeah, she obviously was probably sick and tired of not being able to live a life that she wanted. With the cramped apartment, so she probably found somebody else, looked to find any excuse to like make accusations that he's using again or something like that and justify taking the kids. So it may take some drug tests or something, I don't know, to prove otherwise, but lawyer immediately, family law attorney, that's all I can think of to find out your options, his options, good, bad, or ugly, and then probably reaching out to the police, and then all your family coming together to help him. But he doesn't deserve this. But there's the legal aspect, which I think he needs to do. Then there's the part just day by day, hour by hour, help him from not going down that dark path, because he will. And then hopefully then it will turn out in his favor. But this guy, he needs to divorce her, and he needs to get custody of his biological child. But it's possible, given his past, if she wasn't a user and didn't have a criminal record for using drugs, she may get the baby. I really hope not. But she's a freaking piece of trash. But guys, this is an example. Do not get involved with the single MOMs. You want a family one day, fine, meet a single gal that doesn't have any kids, you know. And again, they're not all like this, for goodness sake. But she was just obviously trash and attracted to, yeah, your brother was a user back then, so were the baby daddies, okay? But what's the difference? The difference is your brother didn't OD, your brother didn't disappear, your brother got off the drugs and really tried to make a change. That's the difference between your brother and those two other guys. That's what makes your brother different. And your brother, I really want things to work out for him, but he also has to be strong too. He also can't let the temptations, the way he used to handle problems in the past, otherwise he's definitely going to get the kid back and all that. So, and then hopefully with the help of an attorney and right guidance and your support from the family, he can divorce her and get that kid and start over. But, you know, your brother, he's turning 32. He's young. His whole life's ahead of him. I really hope he makes the right decision. But, guys, perfect example here of what women can do. They can take the kids away and twist things around like you're the bad guy. So this is a video to watch to really be aware of what can happen. So I really hope that you guys in the community, please take the time, share your comments. All you people that are in law enforcement and all you attorneys out there, any family law attorneys preferably, chime in. Let this guy know, because this young brother here who's writing in will use this to help out, and I really hope it does. And that's what this channel is about, helping dudes out in all situations. And just about entertainment, a lot of entertaining stories on this channel, but also real life shit that happens to us guys, and hopefully this will turn out all right. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below, like I said, and be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.